So my name is Eduardo Troian. I am a PhD candidate in the microbiology program. I'm a fifth year and I'm originally from Brazil. So back in Brazil, I was always interested in clinical studies, and during my bachelor degree, I actually got in touch with clinical microbiology. And back in Brazil, I also got a master's in virology, but I felt the need to explore different areas of microbiology. Rutgers was the university that changed the world by discovering streptomycin, which was the first treatment used for tuberculosis. In developing countries, tuberculosis is still such a big burden, and I'm a naturally curious person, so I think you put all this together, and that's why I decided to pursue a PhD. So my research is entitled The Functional Characterization of VAP-C5 Toxins in Mycobacterium tuberculosis. How does this organism that causes tuberculosis is actually being able to escape killing by antibiotics and the immune system. So we found that actually this gene that I study is one of the culprits of it. When I was looking at, the professors on campus and the research that was done, I fell in love with this project. I really enjoyed my supervisor and how she manages lab and how we conduct our research. Dr. Nancy Wojcik, she really took me in and she made me feel like home from the beginning. The lab that I'm in, they really welcomed me as well. They took me as a member right away. A typical day in a lab for me, I normally come to lab. I like to organize and structure my day the day before, so I have a pretty much checklist of things I need to do. Start with, like bench work or wet lab, things that need to be done. Around 2 o'clock or so, I like to either read a paper or analyze data. I'm also a teaching assistant, so in between time, I take some part of my day to, grade assignments as needed or prepare for lectures or labs. So I think a PhD by itself already has as many challenges. Being international is an extra set of challenges. For example, as I mentioned, I have a master's and everything literature-wise is in English. Every time I publish, for example, in a high-impact journal or I receive an award, it feels extra rewarding because not only I receive the award or publish, I think about my background and how English is not my first language and the challenges that I had to overcome. That's the biggest payoff that you get. Something that happens at Rutgers that I really enjoy participating is the International Student Orientation Week. And to me, it's great being able to exchange and tell people it's okay if you're feeling nervous, if it's overwhelming, things do get better over time. I recently attended a conference and the person that I actually talked to during orientation 2 years ago recognized me and came talk to me, and that felt so rewarding. I think it's important to balance work and your personal life, and I think Rutgers offers a plethora of both things. For example, let's go to the museum, the Rutgers Cinema, lots of seminars going on, lots of conferences, but then you also got a lot of things specific for graduate students to do outside work. So when I joined the PhD program, I didn't really have much perspective into what you can do afterwards with your degree. But being at Rutgers, I had contact with different fields of industry. When I personally joined, I thought that I wanted to be a PI and remain in academia. But now I'm leaning more towards industry, either as a scientist or working maybe with scientific writing. So those are the things that I was able to differentiate and learn more at Rutgers. I think Rutgers does a great job in allowing people to have a voice and getting together towards the same purposes. It's great to connect with people, and Rutgers was very welcoming to me. And I think those are the things that I cherish a lot from university.